Hey, you say you have lots of friends who you can go outside with and can trust, right? Is it really that important having such many friends? Or is it just that you like having status amongst many people and say they're all your friends? Look, there's nothing wrong in wanting to be popular, but can you really consider everyone your friend? You could say that every time you encounter someone who you have friendly conversation with, that he is your friend. That's not what the meaning of friendship is. You could consider them as friendly strangers, or if you have seen them sometimes by now, not close friends. Those types of friends, I guess you have them in abundance, but how many do you actually consider being your actual friends, or even better, your close friends? Personally, I have like 4 people I can actually consider close friends, and half of them aren't even in my same town right now, since life gets in the way and everyone chooses their own path, and that usually means that getting out of town. The other ones are either working or have stuff to do that don't allow us to hang out together. Why is it that the more you become older, the less friends you have? Well, other than the fact that life gets in the way and everyone is busy with their own things, which is the main cause for it, there's other reasons too. One of them being not being in a classroom or a confined space where you can meet with other people, because let's be honest, 90% of the people you now consider your friends, you've basically known them in school or university. Another reason is that you don't really need more friends. The older you get, the more you realize that having more friends actually becomes stressful and impractical, since you don't really need 100 people to hang out with. And applying the rule of being at work most of the time, or at the gym and thus having other hobbies. When do you really have time to hang out with friends? Add the fact that most of the guys at this point have also a girlfriend or even a wife, if we consider an age group of 25 to 30 years old. Even though, as of right now, the average gets older and older of having a wife. If you're 21 like me, and by the way, it's the 5th August by the time I'm recording this, meaning my birthday was yesterday. So, if you're 21 like me, you still have some free time, especially if you don't work nor have a girlfriend. So you might still be able to find some free time to organize a hangout or have some time for yourself. Okay, now we understood why getting older leaves you with less and less friends with time passing by. But how do we make friends at an older age? Of course, I'm referring to people my age or slightly older. I can't speak up for 50 or 40-year-olds. If you graduated from high school and decided to approach the university life, needless to say, making friends there is the same as making friends at school. You sit near some random person and probably becomes your closest friend throughout your entire journey. Or speak to your class comrades and have a major harmony with him or them, if you find multiple people with the same mindset. Which is an important factor when finding new friends. But most of the time, it almost happens naturally after starting to conversate with people. If you chose to start working by the time you graduated high school, it becomes a little harder to make friends. And yeah, you could make some friends with your coworkers, although I wouldn't recommend it, since most of them usually don't want to socialize or search for friends in the workspace. Besides also the fact that probably your coworkers will be 30, 40 years old, and you being not even 20 maybe, it means that you have different interests and are not compatible to be friends. You can still be friendly, but not friends, in the meaning that I told you before. So if you're working and want to find new friends, I recommend visiting places or events that include people with your same interests, and of course talking to them is the fastest way to make them your friends. An alternative, you can consider downloading apps that put yourself in contact with people who share your same ideas or mentality. For example, you could even use Discord by joining the right community. Even though I don't recommend only finding online friends, since you can't hang out with them. Also, if you hang out with some friends and they bring ones themselves, you can actually encounter new faces and connect with more people that way. Now the question is, who do you consider your closest friends? And how can you spot which one of them it really is? You consider your closest friends the ones who you spend your time with the most or you have more harmony with. But that's not all. You need to especially take in consideration the friends that are there for you in the moment of need. Those are the ones you can trust almost all of the time, even with your life. On the other hand, the friends that consider you already little, and when other friends come around, they don't even talk to you anymore, those are the ones you stay as far away as possible. Because if you can even trust them in maintaining that conversation going, how can you expect them to help you when you need them the most? So make sure when choosing your friends that you choose the right ones. The saying, you're the sum or average of the 5 people you hang out with the most, is true. And if you surround yourself with people who are envious, who talk behind your back, who are never there in the moment of help, you'll become like them. Or you just don't hang out with them, but in that case it's like you're not friends with them. On the contrary, if you hang out with funny people, ambitious ones, who are there to help you regardless of the situation you're in, you'll become a happier person and more productive without you even noticing it. Last thing I wanted to talk about is the difficulty of actually organizing a hangout. Whether it's to grab some drinks, something to eat, or if you want to organize a 5-side football game. Now, this goes well with the fact of having 3 friends, because for a football game, you need at least 10 people to organize one, and that's going to be difficult. But for any other type of hangouts that don't require a specific amount of people, it's a little different, but still difficult because of the fact that you need to match the free time that you both have when you want to hang out. Otherwise, it's simply not possible, and that alone reduces the time of you hanging out together by a lot. There might be other factors too, but this is the most common one. Let me know what you think regarding friendship. What are your thoughts on it? Who do you consider your friend? And what should a friend have as a characteristic for you to consider them as one? And how do you find the time to hang out with your friends? Leave a comment on these regards. I'll be happy to read them. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Like always, don't forget to reach for happiness. And if you want to check out all the videos, I'm linking them right here and my channel. So check them out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.